Okay, so right now I'm pulled over to the side of the road and I've got the drone, the battery all charged up, remote's all charged up. I got my iPad ready for my whatever you call it, first person view FPV. But I'm now just kind of scouting locations around the city. I'm going to stop for like 5 minutes at a time, take the drone up, not do any video, just some quick photos, and then bring it back down and move on to the next location. I've been walking around this city for years, looking at the architecture, taking photos of the street, of the buildings, of all the stuff by hand, and always thinking to myself, if I had a drone I could do this. Oh man, if I could just get up to there I could do this. This would be perfect. And now I'm going to put some of that to the test, and I'm sure there's going to be a learning curve and I'm going to get some of the shit wrong at first, but today I'm going to start trying. Here's a quick update. I crashed the drone. To the best of my knowledge, well, the best I can guess, what happened was, since I was flying it low between lots of high rises, and then I went around a corner with it as I set my car on one street, I was following the MRT line and I rounded a corner. I'm guessing that because it was in the middle of high rises and around a corner, it lost signal. I know it lost signal because it said on the remote that it did. But what I'm guessing is because it lost signal and it was unable to reconnect, the return to home function took over and it tried to come back to me. Unfortunately, because I was around a corner and there's a big building in the way and it was lower altitude, once it approached the building right on the corner, which is a shame because I didn't go very far around the corner, it almost would have cleared it. It was like just a few feet over facing the building. The obstacle avoidance kicked in and it stopped, and it probably just hovered there. So me waiting for it to come back, looking for it, this and that, it took me like 5 or 10 minutes before I got to this area. I checked the GPS and saw where the last location was. I saw that it was facing the home direction where I was, and it had abruptly stopped right near the corner. So I came looking for it, and I suddenly see the battery, the broken camera, and a few other random pieces in the middle of the street, all separated. So I'm guessing it was coming towards me, saw the building, stopped and hovered there, and then because I didn't come in time, it ran out of battery and just fell out of the sky, smashed on the ground. Now, what's confusing me is that I don't see the actual drone anywhere. I found the battery, which, although it's all beat to shit, it actually still works. I found the shock absorbers from the gimbal. I found the camera and the gimbal. The SD card is no longer in the camera, it popped out, but as much as I walk around, I can't see it anywhere. The camera was also found like 20 feet away, down the street, further from the actual parts where it looks like the thing crashed. And I don't see anything else. There's no propellers or pieces of them. There's no main body or pieces of it. There's no legs or pieces of them. So the best I can guess is that after it hit the ground and while I was looking for it, somebody just snatched it up. Now, anywhere else I would have assumed they snatched it up and kept it. But being Taiwan, you literally hear about people losing their wallets and somebody finding it and turning it into the police station with all the cash still in it. Like, that's a common thing here. People aren't really thieves. That's not a thing here. So, being that there's a police station 1 block away, I'm guessing they might have picked it up and then turned it into the police station. So I'm going to go check that. You know, I always understood that Casey Neistat and guys like him would break equipment because they got to get the shot, or just because they use it rough, like they're putting it to good use and not babying it, and shit gets broken. Sometimes he goes a little overboard. Like, I think he's overly careless with this stuff. But most of the time, it made sense why he broke shit, at least some of the time. So, what I was wondering though, I always thought, but man, how is it that he has lost or broken so many drones. Like, he has that wall of drones that he's lost. And I always thought, like, how is that fucking possible, man? Like, how has he lost so many drones? Because these things, because he doesn't buy cheap ones, like, he buys these nice ones. And they have obstacle avoidance. They have obstacle avoidance and return to home functions, and they're GPS assisted and all this stuff. Like, these are nice drones. Having never owned one myself, I only owned a cheap one before that didn't have those safety features. I thought, man, if you had all those safety features, it'd be like impossible to fuck up and crash that thing. So how's he doing it all the damn time? Like, what crazy shit must he be doing to crash this stuff so often? Now, after buying an expensive drone, like one of the Phantom series that has the return to home function and GPS assist and obstacle avoidance and all this stuff, and just 2 days after buying it, it has smashed to pieces, a majority of it going missing. It's starting to make sense now. Like, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was flying in safety mode. I had all my backup stuff in there. I had plenty of satellites connected. I rounded a corner with it, but it wasn't too far away from me. Very, very careful. Making sure I was right in between the buildings. Like, I never let myself get too close to the buildings. And yet still, here I am, 2 days after spending X amount of dollars on this thing, plus the brand new SD card, which I got like a fucking expensive one. It was good with 4K video and everything. Yep, 2 days after spending all that money, smashed to pieces. But you know, I might buy another one. To be completely honest with you, I'm not even mad about the drone crashing. Believe it or not, I really am not. Oddly enough, big things that are issues for most people or bother most people don't usually bother me and don't get to me. The stuff that gets to me is the accumulation of a bunch of tiny little shit. That'll absolutely piss me off and irritate the hell out of me. However, in this case, not mad. The only regret that I have really is to say, oh, I wish I had the SD card so I could get the photos off of it. The thing that you gotta remember is that it's all about how you perceive things. For example, if I view this situation as, you know, oh, I just spent this many hundreds of dollars on this drone and now it's smashed to pieces, oh my god, I wasted my money. If I think about that and I focus on it, then of course it's going to bother me. I'm going to talk myself in to being mad about it. I'm going to keep reminding myself that I just spent that money and now it's gone and I got nothing for it. And that's how we do. That's how people are. We're always like replaying something bad in our head over and over, and we talk ourselves into being really pissed off about it. However, if you think the fact that people will pay for like flying lessons and they don't own the plane, they don't own anything about it, they're just paying for the experience, basically the experience of learning how to fly, and eventually someday they'll get their license, but every time they pay, just being able to go up and fly the plane and experience that's worth the money, and that costs way more than a drone does. Same with skydiving or anything really. People pay for experiences all the time. So if I view this as the experience, I say now I've had a nicer drone, I've learned some things, I got a little better at flying it, I figured out the kind of things I need to do in the future, what to avoid. This has been a good experience for me, and it's been a very good learning experience that will help me save money and save trouble in the future. And I say, you know, it was worth the money then. I wish I wouldn't have lost it, but money comes back, life goes on, and it was a good learning experience. Alright, this has ended up being a very busy day. Didn't have time to record most of it. Crashed the drone. It is what it is. Destined to happen and all that stuff. But I'm going to buy another one. Probably going to buy that Spark now. It'll be more convenient to have a small one anyway. And right now I'm about to eat dinner. My son's got his bento box. I've got mine. You gotta check this out. This bento box is delicious. It's got veggies, cabbage, eggs, rice lines the whole bottom of it, pork noodles, tofu stuff, all sorts of stuff. It's unbelievably delicious, and it cost about $2. Very delicious, very filling. Again, just one of the perks of living here is the place is world renowned for its delicious food, and it's not expensive. So hopefully you have a good night. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to try to get in the habit of uploading more videos. Thanks.